Hey, is this the one and only Mr. Jesse Sunset?
It sure is.
Hey, man, how you doing? You're live on Totally Driven Radio.
That's dope. What's up?
Oh, man. Dude, like, yeah. I
Where
know,
are you guys calling from?
From Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I'm in California. Been surfing all day.
Look, you're living the life, aren't you, my friend?
Living the life. Yeah, that's right.
Now, you, like, the Daily Mail, they refer to you as being very controversial and lewd. I mean, how do you like being known as that?
I think lewd's a bit much. I don't know if I'm lewd, but I don't know. The Daily Mail refers to me as a lot of things, but you know, I have my art and I have my music, and you know, it really helps to have people sort of pay attention to those things. So being in the tabloids like that, even if they call me lewd, doesn't really help.
Yeah. Now, it's pretty wild because you know our good friend Frenchie, and she introduced you, and she sent me your video. I guess it was about a month ago, asking me to have you on the show. And my initial reaction was like, "Is this dude drinking Windex? Like, what is going on?"
I do drink Windex, but I don't advise that anybody else does that. It's good for me. It's sort of like my kale, but for anyone else, definitely poison. Yeah, it helps me shine. It's just one of the things I do.
I love that. It helps me shine. Like, how the hell do you start drinking Windex?
It started when I was very young. I've always been into drinking Windex. I just think it's a healthy thing for me to do, but I don't advise anyone else do it. That's very important.
Oh, man. That is wild. That is so wild. So now, how did you and Frenchie meet?
Frenchie and I, we actually we met online. We started sort of liking each other's pictures and started talking, and then that led to meeting up in real life and, led to the current day situation.
Wow. To where you have become her Aussie doll, as she says.
Yeah, I know. She's the cutest, right? Yeah, that's right. We've been hanging out for a while now, and, now we're dating. I've been hanging out at Malibu with her. It's been, really cool, really wild.
That's awesome.
Very fun.
Now, it's crazy, too, but and I said this to her earlier. I said it's amazing, like, because, she's so about pink. Like, everything is pink. And then you were, like, about pink, too. Everything I see you wearing is pink, too. So I'm like, it's like a match made in heaven almost.
It's true. That's perfect. The pink stuff really matched up. Yeah, in fact, the first date we went on, we both had the exact sort of pink in the end of our blonde hair. It was very, very funny. And she's got the pink Camaro as well, which I love. I think that looks so dope, cruising up and down the PCH over here. Very cool.
I'm sure you people, like, you guys, like, really turn heads out there in California.
It's crazy. Everywhere we go, we certainly turn a lot of heads. Every restaurant we go to, it's just people looking at us, and yeah, it's cool though. I think we enjoy it. It's been a lot of fun. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Now, as I go through and I start researching you, like, I find all these interesting things out about you. Now you did a documentary, like a 5-minute documentary on how teens can make money on Snapchat.
Basically, it was this little documentary I made about how a lot of young people are getting on Snapchat and sort of selling their nudes off of Snapchat. And it was this whole sort of, I don't know, I noticed that a lot of young people were doing it, and I felt like it was quite relevant with college tuitions being so high and minimum wage being so low that kids could just jump online and pretty quickly, the girl I interviewed, she was making $1,000, $2,000 just sort of mucking around on her phone. So, yeah, pretty wild. But, sorry?
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And I did a little documentary about it, put it on my Instagram, and then within 3 or 4 days, it was international news. It was in America, London, Australia. It was wild. Now, your father is like this highly respected journalist and all. So when you do something like that, like, he's got to, like, be like, wow, a chip off the old block. Yeah, look, my parents are very supportive of my art, of everything that I do with that stuff. I have to say, subject matter that's sort of a bit more sexual. Obviously, like I did that one, probably not my dad's favorite artwork of mine. I did another one, warning against sending dick pics, where I sort of took photos of myself taking dick pics, and I don't think Dad enjoyed that one either. But they're pretty, they're very supportive, and they're not as conservative, I think, as everyone makes them out to be either. So, yeah.
Now I have my two co-hosts here that are pretty quiet. They'll I'm sure be very proud of this part of you is you're a outspoken pot or marijuana, we should say, activist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. And that's where in Australia the stuff that I did that really sort of got the most attention and really brought my name to the headlines over there was on 420. I said I'm going to go down to the steps of Town Hall and I'm going to light up a joint. And weed was quite illegal in Australia at this point. And so even just saying I was going to do that caused a really big sort of stir in the media. I had no idea what would happen, but when I went down, they had undercover cops hiding, and I came out at 420 and I lit a joint, and there were a bunch of people there taking photos of me doing it. The cops, ran up and sort of arrested me. And that sort of turned into a big thing. But that was like a sort of performance art piece that was a protest, and it really got a lot of attention in Australia. And the following year, I really wanted them to do medical marijuana in Australia. They weren't even doing the trials. So only a year later, they started doing the trials, and now it's come in some states. So, yeah. So yes, I'm very into that. But you guys are a lot further ahead over here in the U.S. with all that stuff.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. If you felt we were, more progressed with that right now than over in Australia.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing is, now it's just, how will it all work once it's sort of up and working, and will big tobacco companies come in and sort of try to run things still? And I don't know, there's different problems here. Even in California, we voted and laws passed that it's now legal here, but a lot of those laws don't come in to effect yet. But it's sort of changing everything over here, and everything's getting a bit weird. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with the weed stuff. Very interesting.
It's going to come down to money. That's the whole thing.
I know. Well, I think in America, if it makes money, that's sort of what wins out in the end. Whether people think it's morally right or whatever, if it makes enough money, in it comes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But luckily with weed, it's one of the ones that's a good thing, and it's great that everybody can have access to it. Hopefully, eventually.
Now, going back to you and Frenchie, like, you guys should totally. I mean, you guys are like a definite like walking reality show.
I know. Everybody says that, and I think that when we do go to restaurants, I see everyone looking at us, and almost everything I Snapchat with her, it's just she's a walking soundbite. Everything she says just sounds hilarious. It sounds great, and yeah, I think together we have a really interesting dynamic, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's the vibe coming from it. But it is very surreal every time I hang around with her, and the situations I feel like this is, it's very surreal, very cool, very Hollywood.
Yeah, very Hollywood.
Because I moved here from Australia, and I have to admit, the first day I hung out with her, I was kind of part of the weird Hollywood experience in life today. It was very cool.
Now, and she's got like the whole crew going over there. Have you met another one of her friends that she's introduced us to is he's the photographer, Ricky Boo. Was it Rick Mendoza, the paparazzi guy?
Oh, possibly. I've met a few of her friends like that, but I'm not sure I'm sure about him. I can remember him. Or who I've met, but
what's it like dating Frenchie? I mean, that's got to be very interesting.
It is interesting. It's a lot of fun. She's very sweet. She's a very kind person. Very, she's always really trying to help me out, which I think is very sweet. But she does have, as she always says, I'm French and I have Italian blood, and she can kind of go from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. So there's certainly, it's certainly interesting.
I'll tell you what, she is like truly, she's just good people. Like we met online too. Like we met on LinkedIn, and she just started talking to me. Like she didn't know me from Adam, and she just started talking to me, and she came on the show, and then she just wanted to start helping, and here, have my friend on, and it just like wow, like she's very good heart, very helpful, and once you're a friend of hers, she's like a friend for life.
Yeah, I know, amazing, very helpful, and it's sort of the opposite of what you expect when you meet people, in LA and Hollywood and that kind of thing. And from the start, she's just been really sweet, really helpful, very nice, very cool.
Yeah. That's the truth. I'm sure it is very opposite than what you expect to meet out there in Hollywood.
Yeah, totally.
So now you've actually ventured into music as well, and you've had a few songs out previously, and you have this new one you just put out, I guess about a month ago, called Waves.
Yeah. So the thing that in Australia, I was a working artist for about 5 years, and I was doing it for about 5 years. For about 3 of them, I was a working artist, and sort of became Australia's most controversial artist. And it was really pretty wild and exciting. But I really wanted to come over here because my mum's American, so I'm able to live over here in the States because I've been a citizen since I was born, so I can live in both places. And I thought I've always wanted to go to California, and what's sort of the next step with everything I've been wanting to do? Because also I'm a conceptual artist, so I've never had a particular medium, so I can pick whatever. And I've always loved rap music, and I thought I'm going to move here. I'm really into a lot of the sort of trap music at the moment. I'm really into rock and roll, and I was interested in kind of combining almost like the Beach Boys with a trap sound. So I've come over here, and now that's the new thing, doing the music. I've released 4 songs. I've got a 5th one that I've recorded that's dropping soon. But Waves is the one that I just put out. The video's got Frenchie in it. It's a kind of poppy sort of. It's a bit of a pop song, but it's good fun.
That's awesome. Now, would you like to make that your focal point, a musical career, or do you see yourself doing other things in the world of entertainment?
I'm super into the music at the moment. That's definitely my main go. But the thing with that is, I'm really good at visual art. I put all my own video clips together, and I, put all the music together and everything. And as I've learned from doing things in Australia, you never really know what's going to come from putting art out into the world, So I might see it now as, just putting out these songs and it being music, but it could turn into whatever it's meant to be. But at the moment, I'm just really interested in making really cool art, really cool songs, and putting out the videos for them.
Nice. And the name, Jesse Sunset, where did the sunset come from?
My name's Jesse Willesee, right? That's my real name. If anyone wants to Google Jesse Willesee, that's where you can find all the art and all that stuff. But it's it's a long last name, and in Australia, it's a very famous last name. My grandfather was a politician. My dad and his brothers are all journalists, so everyone knows how to pronounce it, even on site. But here in the US, people see it and they go, Willesee, Willesee, and it's just too long, right? And then also, Sunset was sort of suits the sort of whole vibe and aesthetic I've got going with my music and stuff. Because I've surfed my whole life, and that's sort of the mix, is sort of the surfing with sort of this rap and California lifestyle.
Nice. Yeah, that works. It definitely works.
Yeah, I also thought it sounded like a character from a romantic novel, which I thought kind of had a fun vibe to it.
Now, will you be sponsoring Windex at any time soon? Will they come to you to be a spokesperson or anything?
I know. I actually had a few people going, "Oh, what is this? Are you going to sell a bunch of Windex?" I was like, "You really think Windex wants me pretending to drink their product?" I mean, I don't know if that's the best advertisement for them, but I don't know. Windex my mum used Windex growing up everywhere. She's obsessed with it, and she used to say, "When I die, I want to be buried with my Windex." So, I think subliminally, somehow Windex got really into my brain. And I probably have consumed a lot of Windex if everything in my house was cleaned with it. So.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I like your line though. It helps make everything shine. It helps make you shine. That's a good one.
Yeah, I drink Windex every day. That's why I shine. That's one of my lyrics. And also, it helps me see through the haters, of course.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Well, Jesse, hey man, thanks for doing this. I'm gonna play your tune for everybody. Where can everybody go get your music at and keep up to date with you?
As I've been a visual artist, I really like to drop YouTube videos. So the song is 50% of it, and the video is 50% of it. So if you just type in Jesse Sunset on YouTube, all my songs will come up, and you can check those out there. And thanks for playing my song. That's very cool.
Absolutely. Thanks, man, for calling in, and tell Frenchie we were asking for you, and we'll be talking soon, man.
I sure will. No worries. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Take care.
See you, dude. Bye.
Yeah. All right, there he goes. Jesse Sunset. Good dude. Here's his tune. It's called Wave.